Welcome back to The Ed Show. Death panels are not a part of any of the health care reform bills in Congress that are being considered. Keep that in mind. But I think they already exist in the private insurance industries. Insurers routinely deny coverage to policy holders, which effectively kills patients who can't afford treatment. The liberal group, Americans United for Change, highlights this atrocity in a new ad.
Their lies about phony death panels have all been proven false. Unfortunately, there are real death panels in America.
In the spring of 1987, as a physician, I denied a man a necessary operation that would have saved his life and thus caused his death. And I'm haunted by the thousands of pieces of paper in which I have written that deadly word, denied.
We need health insurance reform now.
My next guest has firsthand experience with this. Syndicated columnist Froma Harrop, who normally doesn't write about her personal life, but on this issue, in the heat of the battle, did write a column several weeks ago about this. And you're so brave for doing it. I appreciate you sharing her story with us tonight.
That's kind of you. Thanks.
Well, What happened? Your husband got liver cancer, and you had insurance. What happened?
Well, the HMO policy said that we had to go to a doctor within the network, but that if we needed care outside of the network, it would cover it. Well, we went to the liver expert in the network, and he said, there's only one place for you to go, and that's Deaconess Hospital in Boston. And we thought, well, hey, that's good news. It's only 40 minutes up the road from us. But the insurance company wouldn't let us go to Deaconess. They wanted us to go to to a small local hospital that was totally unequipped to deal with this kind of cancer.
So they denied the claim, not paying the coverage, and kept sending you letters to the point where you always had the possibility of hope that maybe they would cover it.
Well, they had a very phony appeals process, and we kept on getting these one-sentence letters saying that they're turning us down. But if you call this number, we'll reconsider. And we'd call and we'd talk to some insurance company handler, and he would always tell us, well, yeah, we have new information here. Let's see what we can do for you. And then we'd get another letter, and it was just around and around. And after a while, I began thinking he was trying to, run out the clock on my husband's life.
And is that what happened?
Well, it's these cancer treatments, they help some people and not others. We eventually said the heck with it, and we just took ourselves to Deaconess Hospital, and he got the treatment. And I always wonder whether that delay in fighting with the insurance company made the outcome less positive.
And did a doctor say that maybe you should mortgage your home?
Yes. In fact, the insurance company wouldn't talk to the doctor. And this was the doctor, the liver expert within their own network, and he was a very good man. And one time when we were leaving his office, he whispered to us, mortgage your house.
So there was insurance. It wasn't enough. It didn't cover what you thought it would. Yeah. There was a delay process. There was poor communication between the doctor and the patient and the insurance company. Yeah. And they ran the clock out on your husband, and he passed away.
Well, we got the treatment, but it was after a delay, and this, and this time is precious when you're dealing with a cancer like this.
How big of an issue is this with you? I mean, it took courage to write this.
Well, it's enormous. When it happened is when I began writing about health care, and it was a revelation. I never thought twice about, I never thought much about health care, and in fact, I always thought my coverage was good because, if we had to go for a checkup, get a flu shot, the insurer paid for it. But the proof of the pudding in insurance is whether they're going to come out and pay for an expensive chemo treatment. And I wrote this column after reading, the crazy commentary about government-run death panels are going to deny you life-saving chemotherapy. And I was thinking, to quote Barney Frank, what planet are they spending most of their time on?
Yeah. Froma Harrop, thank you for coming in tonight.
Thanks for having me.
I've had a lot of listeners on my radio show say you've got to get Froma on to tell this story and to tell more stories. There's thousands, millions of them out there across America. We've got to fix this. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me.